Welcome back, YouTubers, to our first Q&A on this new webcam. This is Q&A number 89. We're quite far ahead of Off the Road Show right now. They've got a lot to catch up with us, and we're going to continue doing more so their targets get a lot higher.
And people, we don't let you down by taking a break of doing Q&A. We don't let you down.
No, we've been doing Q&As for nearly 2 years now, so you guys have been getting your fair share of Q&As from us every week, non-stop, answering every single question that we've got. And unlike those Off the Rope Show boys that only take ones that, you know, they give fake questions from me on there. Ridiculous, isn't it? All the pot shots they take at us. Yeah, let's just go on with this Q&A. No more. We're not about drama here. We're friends of Off the Rope Show, so don't worry. Well, you might not be, but I am. I'm still friends with Just Big Daddy. Anyway, so Q&A. Before we go on any further, we'd like to say that we are the British Fist.
Are we? Catching.
We are still, and Mr. Parkin here, NJ here.
What's up?
That was a very calm what's up. Let's have a little bit more energy to this room, NJ. Come on. Ow, that hurt. You've hurt my gun. But anyway, you can also send in your WhatsApp clips, by the way, using the stuff in the description box below. To be featured on our Elimination Chamber review this Sunday. It should be quite fun. Let's get on to this Q&A, NJ. Oh yeah, you can also send us questions in. You can use Twitter, like Off the Rope Show do, but you can also comment down below. You can inbox us. You can Facebook us. So much more options than Off the Rope Show have. We have much more options because we're better. Mr. TNA 2005 asked us 10 questions in a row. And unlike Off the Rope Show, we'll actually answer all 10, even though some of them aren't wrestling related. What's your opinion about CSR Cluj, Romania, beating Man United Old Trafford 1-0 in the Champions League? United didn't need to get results. We put a reserve team out. That's why we lost. Simple. Did you see Luis Alberto's goal in their victory at Man United? I watched it. Can't remember because this match was a long time ago. Gail Kim versus Sarah Del Rey in an ultimate submission match like Angle with Benoit Force. It could be a good match, couldn't it? Yeah. One of them is in WWE. The other one is in TNA.
For right now, yes.
Why the hell do you think TNA give Miss Teschmacher 2 bad title reigns that would not be remembered, much like 80% of the knockout title reigns?
Because just like the Divas, TNA are struggling to write for anything other than the main event scene.
Indeed, and they also wanted to introduce Jessie Goddard in a strong way, which really got her fired, didn't it? What are your thoughts on the Beautiful People entrance between Taylor Hendricks being Velvet Sky and Torrance Terrell being Angelina? Well, actually, I'll say Taylor Hendricks doesn't really seem like the beautiful people kind of person, like the whole I'm prettier than everyone. She seems more like a sort of like nerdy, like plucky diva to me, or knockout.
Well, until TNA actually use her, then we can't really judge her for much more.
If we want some new knockouts, she would definitely be the one. Angel Wings versus Pedigree. Which move is better and more believable? I think I know which one you're going to say.
Pedigree.
I'd say the Angel's Wings. I love the Angel's Wings finishing maneuver. If you had a WWE versus TNA pay-per-view, what would be the main event? Mr. TNA 2005 suggests his would be AJ Styles versus Cena, Mr. TNA versus Mr. WWE. So TNA versus WWE main event.
Rude versus Triple H.
Rude versus Triple H is a good one. I'm going to go with CM Punk versus Austin Aries. I'd love to see that. For NJ.
Hello.
Would he prefer getting pedigree from Triple H or a chokeslam from Kane? Ooh.
Pedigree.
Pedigree. Oh, so you'd rather have the pedigree to the chokeslam.
Yep.
If you would have been the booker in TNA, what would you have done with Jay Lethal after his great promos of Ric Flair? I would have pushed him beyond the X Division. You know, if you pushed him that far, why not push him into the main event scene and see how he does, at least?
Yep.
Who, in your opinion, is the best wrestler in the world today? Mic, promo, storylines important, everything, even though he's booked as a champion or he's booked as a jobber.
The Cobra!
Best wrestler today,
Cobra.
I would say CM Punk, personally, because he's got the mic skills, he's not exactly got the look, but he's been champion for a long time. You know, he does generally feel quite important, even though he's not a main event world champion. He's one of those kind of guys that you see in the WWE that he's like an innovator, as Bret Hart would say. So I'd say CM Punk.
I truly believe when Heyman says that if CM Punk was booked correctly, he could carry the WWE to a better place because he's got the mic skills that can outdo other wrestlers, make him look like he's important in the era now. His wrestling skills, he can put good wrestlers over. So I think CM Punk has got everything that Paul Heyman's been saying, even though he's trying to get heel heat on Punk, is actually true.
It's funny how he's healed, but people are still really cheering him. Plus, I think CM Punk is the closest thing WWE have to like some anti-hero or some kind of next top guy to where John Cena is, in all honesty. TNA Universe 83.
TNA again.
Which former X Division wrestler would you like to see back in TNA from these? Amazing Red, Jay Lethal, Shark Boy, Senshi, aka Low Key, Petey Williams, Alex Shelley, Homicide or Suicide?
Homicide!
You love Homicide. Why do you like Homicide so much? I don't get it.
The beast in him, the brutality of that he could bring to wrestling. I like Jay Lethal. I do like his moves, but Homicide, oh yeah.
No wonder you and Mugger Baby are good friends. To me, I always love Petey Williams. I like Jay Lethal in ROH and what they're doing with him, but Petey Williams I did like in the X Division. For MVP, do you think it would have been better if WWE... Oh no, for Mr. Parkin, sorry. For MP, Member of Parliament Mr. Parkin. So stay out of this one. Do you think it would have been better if WWE kept Hero and Castagnoli a team? It would have been... But the thing is, the tag team division, would they have really got the spotlight in the tag division? I think using them as singles wrestlers like Cesaro would spotlight them a lot better. So I think them being in the singles role is a lot better, for me personally anyway. But you didn't think so.
I'll stay out of it.
When Saban is healed, could you see WWE wanting the Motor City Machine Guns, or do you think TNA could bring them back?
TNA.
I doubt TNA. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with Alex Shelley, but we'll wait for Saban to heal up. I imagine he'll be in the X Division. Shelley will be doing something else. They probably won't be getting back together as a tag team, unfortunately, even though TNA could do with some tag teams right now, couldn't they?
They can do indeed, yes.
Do you think WWE will ever be willing to acknowledge that Kane was Yankum or fake Diesel in a DVD documentary on him maybe after he was retired or something? Well, you're looking at a guy here who has seen all the Kane DVDs, and I don't think they're going to because they want to focus on the good Kane, not the times when he was a shit.
There's one awesome Kane DVD. I own it. I love it. They did not include the thing. I think they included Kane when he debuted, when he went up to Taker, to when he leaves going up to Taker probably.
And so they should. I mean, that was the best part of Kane, you know, going back to some of the times when he was just in and really wasn't doing all that much as, Yankum or fake Diesel. Let's not concentrate on that. Let's focus on the great character that was Kane. Power Spy in 1 Games. Mr. Parkin, if you was a wrestler, who would be your manager? Pick 1 male and 1 female. If I was to have a manager, the female one would definitely be AJ Lee. The male one would definitely be the Schleg Daddy. NJ, which one of these females would you marry or have sex with? Oh, this is a good one. Just as he's drinking his Rockstar. Not Monster, by the way. Paige, Casey Lee, or the Blossom Twins? Oh, Blossom Twins, come on.
Okay, so we've got...
Marry
or...
No, marry, which would you marry or have sex with?
Marry or, okay. I think when it comes to marry, I did like Casey Lee, but the fact you're getting 2 for the price of 1 Blossom.
Oh, the Blossom Twins. Oh, what a threesome that would be. Hope they don't watch this video. Right, both. Here we go, both. By the way, I would have you as my manager. I wouldn't have Schleg Daddy, especially after the whole Q&A thing that was going on. Do you think Stone Cold was right to walk out on World Wrestling Entertainment back in 2002? Well, the issue was more to do with his neck and also to do with the fact that he didn't like what WWE had planned for him. So, with his neck issues, I just think that a guy like Stone Cold Steve Austin could have done a lot more for the next generation before he went out, that's all.
I look at Stone Cold and think that roughly that time or soon after, we were starting to lose some of the longer term wrestlers. Yes, it would have been nice if Austin lasted a bit longer, but it was roughly the time when other names were leaving, so I couldn't really blame Austin for following the trend.
I mean, you had Rock leave at the time, you had Austin, who were clearly bigger than the WWE at the time with regards to their star power. So, Playlist Maker SG. Even though Goldberg likely will never return to WWE, do you think he may still be in other WWE content like WWE 14, 13, etc., or DVDs? Depends if he has a good working relationship with WWE, and as far as I know, he really doesn't. He only had a year there.
When it comes to video games, I think for the whole Unlock Legend mode, they could bring back Creative Mode. I think they will still use him because he was still a wrestler. If they ever do a game that covers his kind of time, yes, but movies, no.
Like a sort of classic WCW game or something.
Something along those lines.
Which WWE would essentially make. What? Not a bad idea. A classic WCW, ECW game.
That will come, I think, because obviously they're trying to cover as many areas they can. But as for movies, I don't think they're going to think of, let's go and get Goldberg to do this, because he's gone and he messed up.
Indeed, and it's not just that, but he just doesn't have a good working relationship apparently with WWE.
And he's not a very good actor.
Really? I haven't seen his movies, so I wouldn't know. Fire or give a world title? This is interesting. Santino Marella. Why not? Why not give him a world title? What a great underdog world champion he would be.
He almost won the Rumble, which would have led him on to WrestleMania to face the Heavyweight Champion when he would have won. So yes.
Antonio Cesaro. I'd say see what happens if you give him a world title, even though in the future.
I personally am not a Cesaro fan, so I wouldn't mind if he got fired.
R-Truth.
World. I really believe that they really missed the opportunity to at least give a run with it, where they were building him up.
When he was a heel, especially when he was a heel. Zack Ryder.
Fire.
Yoshitatsu. Fire.
Sad.
It is sad, unfortunately. Drew McIntyre.
World. They
World
could have done
title.
that. They missed it. They missed it again.
3 years ago, I would have said world title. Now I'd say fire. Why not? Brodus Clay.
You're using Brodus Clay, not Funkasaurus, so I'll say world.
Again, why not? Why not see? I mean, Brodus Clay.
No.
The Funkasaurus wouldn't really be a world champion, but Brodus Clay possibly. Who was a bigger world champion? The Rock, Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, CM Punk, or John Cena? I think the answer's pretty fucking obvious, personally. Oh, come on. How can you not say it's Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan was the person responsible for making mainstream wrestling. For making wrestling mainstream, sorry.
I don't know who he is, but okay.
Okay, fair enough. Then who the fuck's CM Punk then?
Oh, there we go.
There you go. The YWC is going to be on my back right now, but I don't give a fuck. Feet Z fly backward Z2. Sorry, complicated name. Your honest opinions on The Rock, good or bad?
Good.
Good for business, in my opinion. Definitely very good for business. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I don't really think he's delivering like all that much, but I'm going to try and just keep talking so you keep having to do that, so it will make you do some funny stuff. So go on, NJ.
And seriously, if you're not a fan of The Rock, he will take his 12-size boot, whatever big his boot is, he will turn it sideways, shut it real nice so you can see his face at the end, and shove it right up your candy ass.
Candy ass, man. Such an overused term. What are you doing?
I'm doing what we call the
It looks like you're doing something else. Golden Eagle 407.
Golden Eagle. Okay.
What would have become of The Rock if he stayed in his Rocky Maivia character? He wouldn't be a big star right now. I'll just say that.
He would be placing Tensai.
Probably, or maybe even Albert in the Attitude Era. He may have been that far down the card because the Rocky Maivia character, while he was probably a blue chipper, just never really worked. It ended up getting booed because it was so corny and dull. So, say as soon as you give Rock Attitude, he was right to the top.
Pretty much, yes.
Superfan931. Which of Undertaker's speciality matches will be around after he retires? The Buried Alive match, casket match, or last ride match?
Casket.
Have they had casket matches without Taker before?
I think there's been, I can't think of a perfect example, but I think caskets have been there. But the question is, after he retires.
After he retires, exactly.
I think they'll keep the casket more because the last ride match, who cares?
Yeah.
Buried Alive. I think that most of the Buried Alive matches have involved Taker in some capacity. So I say the casket matches, anyone can be in part of a casket.
The thing is with these matches, they're all speciality matches that were created by the Undertaker character, and they'll be very hard to use with other characters as they really don't have that much, like, if you put, like, say, Miz versus Cody Rhodes in a casket match, it just wouldn't work unless there was Taker involved. So I don't think any of these matches will live on after Taker retires, and I don't really think they should because they were made from Undertaker's gimmick, which just had such a longevity.
I just think with casket matches, you can have a big name. Let's say Cena wants to put an end to, let's say, a real top heel like CM Punk. I want to finish you off. I want to make it like you're securely locked away casket. So I think it could work.
I personally don't think it will, but hey, that's your opinion. Hey, who says that we always agree? Exactly, we just agreed there, but that's different. If WWE created a Voodoo type stable, how would you introduce, book, and build it over time? I would have Papa Shango return as the manager and voice of the group. Also have members of the group abduct superstars or divas as a forced initiation. Alright, okay, this is interesting. A Voodoo type stable. I'm not really familiar with Voodoo, so...
William Regal, Gangrel, just because I think Gangrel's all that crazy stuff, and I think William Regal just because it'd be fun to have him actually involved again.
What about like that Kevin Thorne character that ECW had at one point? Or like Judas Messiah or some of the scary characters? Hey, that wouldn't be a bad faction. Like they could, one of them could be a zombie, one of them could be a vampire. I don't know, it'd just make it like a movie. Who rules Hell in a Cell? Triple H or Undertaker?
I think, obviously, with it being his yard, The Undertaker, but I think Triple H has been involved in some pretty good Hell in a Cell, but Taker's the one who made it. So.
I'll have to agree with you on that one. Triple H and Taker are both pretty pretty successful in Hell in a Cell, but the Hell in a Cell was another one of those gimmicks that was essentially created through the Undertaker character. And while Triple H's character is also adapted to the Hell in a Cell, the Undertaker essentially at the end of the day, he ruled it, he made it, so I'd give it to Taker personally.
Yes.
And I think you'd agree with me on that one as well.
With it being his yard, he always represents his home, his hell, so yes.
Metal Ruler 45. What TNA talent, new and old, should be pushed to the main event?
Look at my calves!
Oh, Bully Ray. I definitely agree with Bully Ray. Matt Morgan needs to be pushed to the main event. I'd say, if you want an X Division guy to take over maybe that role from Austin Aries, Kenny King possibly.
Old talent.
Some old talent. I mean, you've already... a lot of people have already been pushed to the main event. James Storm needs to win a world title at some point, in my opinion. Hell, I wouldn't even mind AJ Styles maybe returning from this redemption storyline.
So the four we've got then, Bully Ray, James Storm, AJ Styles, and Matt Morgan.
Yeah, indeed. So they're the four. Jules Darley, who I believe sent us in a WhatsApp video. Do either of you two see Randy Orton competing in TNA in the future? No,
There was a report that I had a big discussion with OK Fave. He was really thinking of this idea, but his contract is running out. Randy Orton.
And he has 2 wellness policies as well.
Yes, there's rumours that there's a thought of him going there, like he's getting offered or something. I don't know the full story, but I personally feel that Orton's going to believe that he's higher than TNA.
I personally think also the same thing in the sense that I just think Orton will either quit WWE and not wrestle again because he's
going to the Marines,
or probably go to the Marines and once again get kicked out. But I don't think he would really find it worthwhile going to TNA. He'd probably just end up going and quitting, in my opinion. Flegger 91. Sorry. What do you think of TNA and Silvervision signing a deal together from mid-2013 onwards? Personally, I think it is a major step in the right direction, given how great they've done for WWE sales in Europe.
I think with TNA continuously promoting their website to sell their merchandise, if they're going to join a big website, especially here in the UK, being Silvervision, I think it's a shame that WWE has finished, because WWE being as popular as it is, it's going to be a good thing for TNA, especially if it's done so much justice for WWE.
One of the big issues one of the reasons why I don't have any TNA DVDs or why we don't have any TNA DVDs is because they're very hard to get hold of in the UK, and going to a website like Silvervision, who can, obviously are based in the UK, I believe, you can ship them out a lot easier, and that might encourage us to maybe buy 1 or 2 TNA DVDs. And, that's just the way it is. Sometimes if you can't, it's like WWE Shop, you can't get them in Europe, so you have to pay the ridiculous American price and ridiculous amounts of tax to get it here, and it's just not worth it at the end of the day. Right. If you saw TNA Boot Camp on Tuesday, who do you think would be the best addition? I think they'll sign all 4. Okay, we didn't really watch TNA Boot Camp, but they gave the win to Rockstar Spud. Out of all the 4 on there, I'd really like the Blossom Twins. I haven't really seen much of the 2 guys in there, though.
I watched it vaguely to start off with. I didn't really get into it. I just thought, okay, this is not what I thought it was going to be like. If I had to give to anyone, Rockstar Spud was very popular. The amount of tweets that were going the early weeks to when he won, is obviously he was going to go and win, but I think the Blossom Twins, especially, I don't agree with the tag team. I don't, not one bit, but at least it was something different or more to add to the knockout division,
which right now is a stale as hell. So that's it for our Q&A. We got way more Q&As coming up. We are going to keep doing them weekly as long as you keep sending us in questions. So give us your thoughts as my voice goes at the end of this video due to all the chicken palace we've just been eating, NJ. And so give us your thoughts on the questions you've answered down below. Keep sending us in questions as well, so we can keep going. Hey, we're going to be at 100 soon. Then it'll be 104, 2 years of Q&As. It's going to be, that's fucking amazing, isn't it? You licking your lips from all the chicken that we've
Oh, yes, but people, please, hope you've enjoyed this Q&A. We've tried to answer your question, add in some humour, but please, for the sake of this last week, please send in your WhatsApp! And please, keep supporting the British Fist. Walk down the street doing this. People be like, what the hell are you doing? You can say, supporting the British Fist, and you should too. And anyway, people, from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ, thank you very much for watching. And as always, from us, the British Fist, goodbye.
Now, you don't see Off the Road Show doing that, do you?
No, not at all.
No.